Am I the a-hole for having a friendly relationship with my close friend's boyfriend? I, 19F, have a close friend that I met in my first year of college, also 19F. Her boyfriend was in training for a couple of months, and when he was done, he would transfer to our university for the spring semester. Our friend was very adamant that we become friends with him, because of course, she wanted him around 24/7. Me and my other close friend, also 19F, had no problem with becoming close friends with him. Once his training ended, he would come down to hang out with us. At first, it was a little different to adjust. I don't have many guy friends, so I was somewhat shy in the beginning. I also want to add that I am a lesbian woman, not bisexual, completely lesbian. She made a group chat with the four of us, and we would all sit on the phone and talk during breaks. We would all hang out with no problems. But once the spring semester came, everything changed. My other close friend and I became fairly close with her boyfriend. We shared the same interests and had the same sense of humor, so it was easy for us to bounce off each other with jokes. We always hung out as a group. Fast forward to May, it was my last night before I went home for summer break. They all decided we should drink one last time together, so me and that friend went to his dorm while we waited for his girlfriend to come back. She had to go get the alcohol. Long story short, she was upset that we were with him in his dorm without her and without her knowing. We were kind of like, well, you have our location, we didn't think it was a big deal. That same night, while we were drinking, we went to another friend's dorm. I was laying in her bed and the boyfriend told me to scoot over, so I did. I was laying at the bottom of the bed, cuddling our friend's cat, while he was at the very top. We were nowhere near close, and there was a big gap between us. She got upset and ended up crying in the street at 1 a.m. We were all fairly upset with her because we've all laid in the same bed together when we hang out and watch shows. I even slept with them once because I got so drunk I couldn't go back to my room. We didn't understand the big deal, especially because I only like women and I am actively talking to someone they all know about. That was the end of it, and we never spoke about it again. I just kept my distance because I hated how my own friend could accuse me of something so disrespectful and so unlike me. Until a couple of weeks ago, I noticed he blocked me on TikTok. He and I would send each other funny TikToks, nothing out of the ordinary. I send TikToks back and forth to all of my friends. I didn't think anything of it. When I texted my other friend about it, she saw she was blocked too. Once we texted in our group chat, he ended up calling me and my friend to let us know that our friend had seen it and cried about it. We got her on the phone, and she basically just cried and couldn't give any answers as to why she was upset. Long story short, she didn't like how close I was with her boyfriend. But my other friend, who is a straight female and who has the same relationship with him, didn't get any complaints. It was simply just a me thing. She said how she didn't like that we could joke around with each other, but she couldn't joke around with him. We let her know that the only reason they can't joke around with her is because she takes it seriously, cries, and yells at him. We were watching her play The Last of Us, and we were throwing harmless jokes around. She got mad, threw the controller at us, and ruined the mood, so I ended up leaving. Why would we joke with her when that's the reaction we get? So we leave the jokes for us. She also mentioned how she didn't like that one time me and him saw each other while walking, and we ended up walking to my friend's work to see her. Mind you, we walked to her job to see her, and she was mad about that. She didn't like that we sent TikToks individually and said we should just send them to the group chat. I argued that I shouldn't have to announce something in the group chat just so she could feel better and not insecure. That's not my job. Every time one of us wants to ask him a question, she takes his phone and answers it for him, or she asks why we want to talk to him. I just ended up deciding that I would step back. Not only am I a lesbian who has no interest in men whatsoever, even if I did, her boyfriend would not be my type at all. The argument seemed so targeted toward me when our other friend has the same exact relationship with him, and she's straight, like I said. She was the one who begged us to have a relationship with him. Now that we did, it became a big problem. We spent every day all together, we basically lived together, so of course we would all get close. I just don't understand what she expected. Any thoughts on this? Am I the problem? Should I have been more understanding?